the reason why we came up with this academy. It is not by chance. It is not because we don't have a lot of schools which talks about leadership. But the challenge that we have faced is this. As you know, the key word for IGAD, for establishment of IGAD, the reason why our forefathers who has established IGAD is all about integration. A regional integration, because we have a common issues, a common challenges, which are not confined with the sovereign territory of one country. So because of that, one country cannot deal with the challenge that they are facing. So they come up with a regional organization called IGAD. The history is very long. It is next year we are going to celebrate the 14th year of IGAD's establishment. That's long history. Maybe you may have your own version of what exactly IGAD is. The point that I want to talk is that integration. So far, in the past 40 years, there was a lot of meetings, a lot of diplomacy, soft power, hard power, political discourse, economic integration attempts. We are doing a lot of things together. But one thing that we cannot pass is integration is not as we were thinking or we wished to have it. It is very difficult to materialize this integration the way we are navigating through. So there was a youth meeting which is organized by Dr. Simon here in Mombasa. We were discussing this thing. What we have achieved for the last 40 years, and is it the trajectory that we are going through is okay? Is it all indication shows that we are integrating our region, or the opposite is true? So there is a debate, discussion. I am not going to bring all these things here, but all indication shows that we have a lot of gaps in terms of integration. So what will be the best intervention? As IGAD, member countries can do whatever they want. They are doing bilaterally and multilaterally, they have their own things. But what would be, as a regional organization, what is the best place to intervene to facilitate this aspiration of our fathers, the founding fathers of IGAD, and the term integration, even if that is political or economic integration? So that is now, this integration has missed one very key element. That element is human integration, mind integration. That means ultimately the leadership integration. That's why we came up with this leadership academy. On my stay as Executive Secretary of IGAD, today is one of my best days. And I'm very much thankful. I took the name, but there are the people who did this thing capably. First, Kenyan government, who helped us. The president himself, I talked to him, was very much supportive. And all political, diplomatic entities from this country are very much instrumental, especially Kenyan School of Government. The second are my colleagues, which is headed by Dr. Simon Nyamura. It was, and it is very difficult to reach out, to reach today's day without their capable, daily pushing to reach to today's this thing. So I am very much thankful for them. Also, please clap for them. The Swedish government has helped us on this curriculum, and most importantly, as Simon said, I traveled to Japan. You know, the reason why we want Japan, when we talk about leadership, which country best fit that can really, every member state, we are a political institution. So, every member state should agree our partnership with our partners, with our donors. Japan had a very clear record history with our member states. Everybody endorses simply. Japanese has brought technology to the region. Japanese constructed a lot of bridges. I remember when I was a Minister of Transport in Ethiopia. So that all the leadership in this region agreed, but finally we have chosen, and I traveled to Tokyo, and successfully that mission has yielded this today's session. And thank you very much, Japan. That is the reason we are here. So, you, the leaders of tomorrow, you are not here by chance. The selection was very difficult, protracted, competitive. You competed and you are here. Not only from 3,000 people. Do you imagine that the people who are not access to the internet, who are living, in the rural areas of this region, with a lot of brilliance? Have you imagined that the people who couldn't make it because of they are running for their own livelihood, and they couldn't get a chance to make this thing? As you know, this region is very rich in terms of use. 60%, more than 60% of the population of the region out of 300 million is a use. It's a big wealth. So you are selected from all this use, and you have to be very proud to successfully managing and coming to this. And most importantly, becoming the first batch of this institution. Congratulations. I'll come back to what I have said earlier. Now, what will be your mission, your vision? I heard you, most of you, very much brilliant minds, the people who knows a lot of things, the young people who really contribute for this organization. You are here, out of your box, your own members, your countries. Now you are the mind of the region. Not only the region, the continent, and we are the family of the globe. So, the most important thing is releasing your intellect, your capability from your country to the region, and from the region to the continent and to the globe. Because everything that happens any corner of the world, directly or indirectly, affects us. The Ukraine-Russia conflict has victimized us here because we are importing thousands of millions of tons of wheat from there, fertilizer from there, fuel from there. But we are not part of that conflict as Africans. But the impact is imminent here. I can bring a lot of examples. So you are here to deal with the challenges that we are facing in this region, and most importantly, networking and the integration of the minds here. Maybe when you meet after 10 years, some of you may be somewhere, maybe the head of state or government, a minister, a social leader, whatever you are. But one thing which I ask you humbly is to know to communicate to each other. To ask your colleagues somewhere in South Sudan, in Somalia, in Ethiopia, Kenya, that will give you a very good network, and also tomorrow if you become, in somewhere, you are the vehicles of our aspiration to integration. So I ask you, this is another level of the beginning of your life that will help us for our aspiration of regional integration. I'm sure that the 3-4 days meeting, maybe it's a very short period of time, but the most important thing here, in my view, is you are in the same house, the same room, from different background, different culture, different religion, but from the same region, to tackle the same problems that we are facing. So that will help us a lot. If you ask me, I passed through in a lot of political careers. I was a minister in different portfolios in my country. One of the big gaps which I was seeing was we don't know each other. Who can tell me, the basics of Ethiopian politics? Who can really understand the basics of Kenya or Uganda politics, in spite of we read medias and so on, medias can bring right or wrong things? Who can exchange ideas? Who is the master of our region? It's very difficult to but there are a lot of initiatives this kind. Ours is different because ours is very practical. Ours is an additional vehicle, an additional tool, an instrument which take us to the aspiration of our founding fathers, that this region, this continent cannot be a very strong continent unless and otherwise we are strong. Somebody was telling us the day before yesterday that multilateralism is a DNA of Africa. Africa is one continent, but because of colonialism, we are 54. So to narrow that gap, that division, our fathers, the founding fathers, came with African Union, Pan-Africanism. That Pan-Africanism also embedded two regional integration. So the only way to be strong, competitive, economically, diplomatically, in this very complex world is our unity, especially unity of purpose and unity of mind. Unity of the intellectuals and the young leaders like you, who really can change. If you want to navigate the way we have navigated yesterday, you can continue the same. Tomorrow is yours. We are saying to you, tomorrow belongs to you guys. If you want a better tomorrow, this is a place to start that thing. This is a place to bring the unity of this region. You are very small in number, but number always doesn't tell you the truth. Thank you very much.